Did y'all know that I was engaged? It's okay. Not nobody in my family knew. Right, so boom. It was Christmas 2018. I gave birth when I was 18, yeah. It was 2018. And I knew that my baby father was going to propose to me. I knew it. I just felt it. And I knew I wasn't going to marry him. That relationship was so toxic. It was unbelievably toxic. It was disgustingly toxic. It is the most toxic experience I've ever had in my life. And there's things that I will never tell anyone that I had to go through in that relationship. So why would I say yes to his engagement? Well, this is why you check on your girl children. They're looking for love and anything. I just wanted to say that I was engaged. I just wanted the experience. I wanted a ring. I just wanted to be engaged. And honestly, I felt like I owed it to my son to try to make it work with his dad. I felt like I really owed it to him to be like, you know what? I tried to give you a 2-parent home, which is something I never had. I tried to give you what I didn't have, and that was some stability, just your parents together, just not growing up in a toxic environment where your dad is bad-mouthing me and I'm bad-mouthing your dad and his bum-ass family. Like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to have that happen, you know? Granted, growing up, my mom and my grandmother, they got along. They were very close. My dad's mom and my mom, they were very close. We always went shopping. There was never no beef. You know, that's not something I experienced, you know. And I didn't want, like, even though I didn't want that for my kid. You feel me? So Christmas time came around. He not really asking me what I want for Christmas. I'm like, okay. I'm buying him all this stuff, despite the fact that we are just going through a swirl of toxic stuff. So Christmas comes, the night before Christmas, and I knew, well, I seen the package come. I seen the box come from Zales. I seen that it was jewelry. So I'm like, he's going to propose to me. And he gives me some story about, oh, you know, Christopher is proposing to his girl. This, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. And I believed it. I was like, oh, okay, maybe I'm not getting a ring. Cool. So the night before Christmas, and I'm like, I want my present. And he gets down on one knee and gives me this. You see, he's been through a lot. Tried to sell it. I don't want this shit. Can I wear it as costume jewelry? Is that a thing? I don't know. But he gave it to me. And I had to force myself to cry, you know, because when girls get engaged, like, oh my God, it's the happiest day of my life. And in my heart, I knew that I could not marry this man. I knew it. This relationship was just so toxic. It was beyond toxic. It was terrible, awful. If there were ever two people in the world that did not belong together, it was me and that man. We did not belong together. And I accepted the ring. I took it. I wore it. I took it off every other week because every other week there was something going on, something toxic, something bad happening. And honestly, when I look at the ring, I don't feel anything. I don't feel like I missed out. I don't feel like I miss it. I miss him. I don't feel like there's some type of deep emotion attached to this ring. Like, I could wear this as costume jewelry. Really, my hands is ashy. I could really walk around with this as costume jewelry and not really care because it was just like, I knew I was not going to marry him. My friends, I tried to tell them to be happy for me and they were just, she was like, no.
She knows where Jesus.
Yo, my sister keeps it so, she's like, no. No, I'm like, that's the father of my, no. Over my dead body will you marry him?
Oh, wow.
But I love him, you know.
You better.
I'm happy
You ain't
that
got a
she's in my
choice.
life. I'm happy that we're bringing a child into this world together.
And I believe that she probably would have killed me first before I made it down the aisle. But I knew I was not going to marry him. I knew I wasn't. Because as much as I wanted to try for my kid, I knew that it wasn't going to work. It wasn't. Either he was going to kill me or I was going to kill him. And I mean that in the literal sense. Somebody was going to die if we got married. And that's just the truth. I said yes just to say yes. I said yes just to have a ring. I said yes just to be like, I'm engaged. And honestly, I didn't tell anybody. I didn't tell my mom. I saw my mom the next morning. Didn't tell her. I sent it to my dad just because he was fiending for me my whole life. My dad has never asked me about school or what I want to be in life or my dreams or what makes me happy. It's always just been when you get married. When you having kids. That's all he has ever cared about. So I told him just to make him feel a little sparkle or glimmer of something like, yeah, Dad, I'm getting married, I'm engaged. And I knew the whole time I was not going to marry that man. There was nothing in the world that could make me marry that man. But at times I did think that it was possible that I could just marry him. Just because I felt like my son deserved it. It didn't matter what I deserved, which was to be happy and not in that relationship. But my son deserved 2 parents. He deserved a 2-parent household. He deserved to just be in an environment of love. And that's everything. My son talks in his sleep. My son screams and cries in his sleep. And I am fully convinced that is a direct trauma from hearing things between me and his father. So what I thought I was doing to help him and to nurture him and to grow him up, right, was really hurting him. It really hurt him. And that's something that I have to live with. And that's something that I'm going to have to take my hard-earned money and my insurance to fix. Because I have to send my baby to therapy because he cries in his sleep. He has bursts of anger and aggression. And that's from seeing things between me and his father. So as much as I thought as being engaged and maybe getting married was going to save him, it was not. And you have to recognize that. Like, just like having a baby to save your relationship is not going to save your relationship. That's not what I did. Not at all, not even the least bit. But definitely, I just wanted to be engaged. I just wanted to say it. I think I'm going to wear this as costume jewelry because it ain't worth much. I can't sell it anywhere. It is kind of a nice ring though. Costume jewelry. Yeah. So that's why I got engaged, just to be engaged, just to say that I was engaged, just to say that I was, just to feel like I was ahead of the game, just to feel like I was somewhere in life, just to feel like I was doing something right. Like, oh, I have this kid, a kid in what? Everybody expects you to have a kid in marriage, but that's not what I had. So I thought maybe if I got married, maybe then people wouldn't look at me as like the scarlet letter. I don't know. But yeah, that's why I got engaged. Just to say that I was engaged. And then I didn't even tell anybody I was engaged. Like, I didn't tell my coworkers, didn't tell my family, didn't tell anybody. So I think I just did it for the ring, to be honest. Just to say that I had a ring. Just to say that somebody wanted to marry me at some point in life. Toxic. So toxic.